right on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. Now, I'm constantly looking for items and articles that are of interest to me, that affect either Britain, Canada, America, or basically places in the West. And I've come across this article. It is a little bit back in time, but I think it's still relevant. And it's from the Gatestone Institute. It's entitled, Britain is the Enemy of Islam. 1 month of Islam in Britain. This, however, was back in January 2015, which in my mind is even more disturbing. Now, I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to read the overview. And I want to say this. If this is not an insight into political correctness and media control, I really don't know what other article you could cite. And again, remember this was in January 2015. Contrary to popular misconception, Islam does not mean peace, but rather submission to the commands of Allah alone. Therefore, Muslims do not believe in the concept of freedom of expression, as their speech and their actions are determined by divine revelation and not based on people's desires. Anjem Choudary, British Islamist. That was his quote. Britain is the enemy of Islam. That's from Mazana Rahman, Muslim cleric at Palmer's Green, North London. Brothers and sisters, we would not be here had it not been for the fact that the Kafar, that's non-Muslims, had gone to our lands and killed our people and raped and pillaged our resources. Stop putting freedom on this pedestal. Asha Choudary, Muslim trainee lawyer at London-based law firm Clifford Chance. The firm is committed to establishing an inclusive culture where people with diverse backgrounds and work views effectively work together and feel confident to develop their potential. That's a quote from a spokesperson for Clifford Chance law firm. Oxford University Press warned its authors not to mention pigs or sausages in their books to avoid causing offence to Muslims. Tarak Kafala, the head of BBC Arabic, said the term terrorist was too loaded to describe the actions of the men who killed 12 people in the attack on the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo. We know that the acts of extremism are not representative of Islam, but we need to show what is. Communities Secretary Eric Pickles, in a letter to 1,000 imams across Britain, asking for their help to fight against extremism. Now, those are just the headlines, but I think you can see a pattern of, how can I put this politely, bowing down to a minority, bowing down to a group of people who have not the same common values that the country that they are living in, bowing down to political correctness for fear of offending a very small group of people who are determined to destroy the Western way of life. I mean, that's what it boils down to. Now, I urge you to go and read the full article in great detail. It's a very, very good article indeed, and I will put a link to the article on my website. But I'll end with this. If we keep doing what they want us to do, we won't have a culture. We won't have an identity. We'll just be kafar, won't we? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you will find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, Gab, and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments on Spreaker.com under A Radio. That's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. You can find all my podcasts and all my morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com. Click on the Morning Moments tab.